Kindness chain. Giving moves forward. This is a story about a town where acts of kindness are quietly passed along through a little wooden token called the open hand. No one is asked to repay the person who helped them, only to let the love keep moving wherever it is needed next. In the hillside town of Bellweather, people were proud of taking care of themselves. Neighbors were polite. Shopkeepers were fair. Doors were held open when convenient, but everyone quietly kept score. If Mara brought you soup, you owed Mara soup. If Tomas repaired your fence, you remembered the favor. If someone helped you twice, people whispered that perhaps you were becoming dependent. Then one winter morning, an old carpenter named Amos placed a small wooden token on the counter of the bakery. It was shaped like an open hand. "What's this?" asked Celia the baker. "A reminder." "Of what?" "That kindness doesn't have to come back the way it came." Celia laughed. "That sounds financially irresponsible." Amos bought his bread and left the token behind. Later that day, a young mother named Nia entered the bakery with 2 children and discovered she had forgotten her purse. Her face reddened. "I'll come back." Celia looked at the open hand, then at the children. "Take the bread. I can pay you tomorrow." "No need." Nia hesitated. "Then how do I repay you?" Celia surprised herself with the answer. "You don't. Pass something along when you notice someone who needs it." She slid the wooden hand across the counter. Nia carried it home. 3 days later, she found Mr. Ortega, an elderly neighbor, struggling to clear ice from his steps. She nearly walked past. She had groceries, tired children, and dinner to make. Then she felt the wooden token in her coat pocket. She put down the bags. Together, they cleared the steps. When Mr. Ortega thanked her, she handed him the open hand. "What do I do with this?" "Apparently," Nia said, smiling, "you notice." The token began traveling. Mr. Ortega repaired a broken lamp for a student who could not afford a new one. The student stayed late at the library helping a confused stranger fill out an important form. The stranger left a basket of vegetables outside the door of a family whose father had lost his job. Nobody knew where the open hand would appear next. Sometimes the kindness was large. Often it was almost invisible. A cup of tea, a ride through the rain, a listening ear, a meal left quietly at a doorstep, an apology offered before pride could stop it. Soon something unexpected happened. People began helping even when they did not have the token. One afternoon, the mayor called Amos into her office. "You've created a problem." Amos raised an eyebrow. "What sort?" "People are doing things for one another without keeping proper track." "That does sound serious. Our town has always valued fairness." "So do I. But fairness means balance." Amos looked out the window. Below them, a teenager was carrying an old woman's groceries while another man swept snow from a storefront that was not his own. "Does a tree ask the bird to repay its shade?" he asked. "That's different." "Does the sun send an invoice?" The mayor sighed. "People are not trees or sunshine." "No, people can decide to withhold." She looked at him. "And sometimes we call withholding wisdom." The mayor folded her arms. "What if someone only takes?" "Then perhaps that person is showing us where fear still lives." "And what if people take advantage?" "Discernment still matters. Kindness is not the same as saying yes to everything." The mayor softened slightly. "Then what exactly are you teaching?" "Nothing," Amos said with us. "The little hand is teaching." The open hand eventually returned to the bakery. Celia stared at it. The wood was scratched and faded now. Names had been written around its edges, not the names of people who had helped, the names of people who had received. Hundreds of them. She brought it to Amos. "I think this belongs to you." He shook his head. "It never did." "Then who owns it?" Amos opened his palm. "No one." Celia looked through the bakery window. Across the street, Nia was laughing with Mr. Ortega. A student held an umbrella over a stranger. Someone had left flowers on a doorstep without signing a card. For years, Bellweather had believed that giving created a debt. Now people were discovering another possibility. Perhaps giving could be complete the instant it was given. Perhaps love did not travel in circles of obligation. Perhaps it moved like light, extending wherever there was an opening. The mayor eventually placed the worn wooden hand in the town square. Beneath it, she installed a small plaque. "Do not pay it back. Let love move forward." Years later, children still asked why the wooden hand was there. And the adults would tell them, "When kindness reaches you, receive it fully. Then keep your eyes open." May we sing, rest, and dance our way home together.